Hello, my name is Cynthia and welcome to my FlossTube channel. I'm back today to talk about the projects I've started since I've been regularly filming. I may have shown a few of these projects, but the majority of them are new or have gotten new progress since I was regularly filming. So let me just go through this big bag right here. I have this bog bag that I got on clearance for the beach, and I have it full of all the things that I've started. There's maybe one or two finishes, small finishes in here too, that I basically missed the season. And so I thought I'll just put it away and fully finish it when that time of year comes around. That's not really like me, but last year, as you know, if you've watched even the last two videos, has been really busy for me. So I haven't gotten my regular finishing schedule either. The first projects, I think I've got all of the Christmas ones pulled out. I hope to work on a little bit this month. I do have camp next week. I'll be gone for 5 days. So if I don't get back to your comments, if you have any questions about any projects I showed today, if you'll be patient with me, I'm leaving tomorrow for camp. So it'll be the next week that I can get to them. But I will hopefully have time after I get back. I know I won't be stitching while I'm at camp, but the first project here is not my usual style. I've always loved it, but I go for primitive colors and more muted, and this is for my daughter Sophia, the 12 Days of Christmas by Satsuma Street. I love this pattern. I watched Jenny, the long dog stitcher, complete these for her, I think her nieces and nephews, and I thought, oh, Sophia would love these. And so I've gotten this one done, and I've shown you that before, but I don't think I've shown you the progress on two. That one is almost done. And these flosses, I don't have them in this bag, they're in another bag, are so beautiful together. This designer Jody has such a way with color. It's really fun to kind of do something out of your usual, and I love her style. So 12 Days of Christmas, you can do it as one. I'm doing it as 12 ornaments. I did the Plum Street freebie pattern of the 12 days for my eldest daughter, and I finished all of those. If you want to see a previous video of that, I know it's designated as a Christmas video. And then I want to do 2 more sets for my son and my other daughter. So I'm going to do 4 total, and I'll store them here until they have their own home. So I've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed the 12 days series. The other one I started, I don't believe I've ever shown, is this Prairie Schooler alphabet. I intend to do it in the horizontal way it's charted, because I have the Christmas rules and I'm working on Christmas Jingles by Lizzie Kate, and I thought this would be pretty on top, sort of as a 3 or as a trio with 2 verticals and 1 horizontal. And I just really like this design. Prairie Schooler is always classic. I am changing the colors just a little bit, which is a little bit what's the word, controversial. But I'm using my teals instead of blue. So I have A and B. They're not very big, each individual square, but I'm not sure why I put that down. And this is a yard of 28 count even weave from Hobby Lobby that I dyed myself. I haven't seen the yard in stock anymore. So I think I'll have lots extra, but I bought a yard just to make sure. So I think I just put some instant coffee or maybe some Brit Tan kind of modeled. I like the way the white shows up on that. So that's a fun one. I'd like to get at least, you know, maybe a letter a week on that or something over the next little bit. I don't intend to finish it this year, but it is a fun project. I also, as I alluded, got Tingles, not Jingles. Well, I have that one too. Jingles by Lizzie Kate. These come in a pack of 12. And I can't remember if this was something I traded for. I've used these as kind of a ladder. I had purchased Christmas rules Then I gave that to Helen D, and she gave me her Halloween rules. I completed both of those. And I want to say I gave this to my friend Trinka. Or I switched with my friend Trinka. I think that's where these came from. The Tingles came from a friend who said she just wasn't going to do the project and she knew I liked it. So this, though, I think was one I traded for. I'm using not the called for exactly, but similar. I dyed this, again, even weave. I wanted one to be gray and one to be tan, my Christmas ones. This I'll probably put in this front room, so I have a lot like more teals, and this border you get from her website, Lizzie Kate's website, and then the rest, yeah, here's the back. The rest are individual charts. So I did the first, I started at the bottom. I really prefer my stitches going upwards. I've said this before, but it makes me start in the bottom left because I don't know, I like to go from left to right and from bottom to up. So I didn't do that on the other two, but I was happier with this one. And like I said, I think I kind of darkened up those teals a little bit, and I may have added in more of an aqua color. Some of these are Wicked Stepmother colors, I know, and I hope I've been writing them down because I haven't worked on this in a long time. So there's Baby Face, that's a really pretty variegated pink, and Santa Baby, which is almost like a corally pink. So kind of a vintage color scheme, but I hope to get a little more done. Maybe I can finish that second block that I've started. The other ones I used to do a block a month on, but I don't plan to do that just yet. Oh, here's some more of the colors. I think they're mostly Wicked Stepmother. Green Onions, that's like a light green. Lady in Red is the brighter red. And then Winter Wonderland is really pretty mint. So hopefully this showed up. I keep that in some kind of book sleeve that I got. I think I got that from Michelle Bendy. Not sure where that came from. And so those are the Christmas WIPs. I also have Hollyberry Christmas, but I haven't gotten any work on that since I showed you. I feel like my camera is falling a little bit, sorry. So that one hasn't really gotten a lot of progress, but I might work on it. It's so close. And also Christmas Garden, it's the same thing. Not a lot of progress. So I just wanted to show you the ones that I had started and have new progress. You can go back to my old WIP parade if you want to see. A lot of those I have finished, most of them I have not. So that's the situation. The other WIPs I have here are some seasonal and some gifts. This one is another gift. I want to do this for both of my daughters. This is by the Monticello Stitches, Jean Workman. She has a floss tube. I love her designs. They're super, not simple, but kind of classic, and I like her colors. I am doing this one, Keys to Happiness, on a really bright, again, this is for Sophia, so I chose this yellow that someone had given me, probably to over dye, thinking that I would change it, but I think it actually looks really good in the bright colors. So here is my progress. Oh, I still have the needle. I hope to have this for her birthday, but I think it's gonna be Christmas instead. And it says, never put the keys to your happiness in someone else's pocket. I think I'm darkening that border a little bit, and I'm trying to add more pink. So not using exactly the colors, probably not at all, but sort of inspired by, and it's really fun to stitch. So I want to get some more progress done on that. I might make that like a one thread a day or something, because it's not very large, and I already have a frame for it that I found at the Goodwill. It's like a gold wood frame, and Sophia likes gold, so really want to have that for her for Christmas. So there's the Monticello stitches. This I found, these are some summer ones. I found this and forgot I'd started it. Yeah, this is okay. This was a gift from a friend. She purchased that for me. Be Happy Home by Primrose Cottage. Again, a piece of, I think this is Monaco. It's really big. I don't know where I got it from exactly. Probably Michael's. But I dyed it kind of a taupe and gray, and I just have a start on the corner. I'll probably be able to do that this August. It's not a very big, it looks big here, but it's really not. That's the whole house there. And I'm using, I think, the called for mostly. I put it on a bookmark. So I bought all the other stitches for the hive rules, and I'm going to put some more of those on. Actually, no, I have one other one that she gave me. This one here I'm going to use on that same fabric. And then I got a yard for the hive rules, and I might dye that aqua. I haven't decided. Sorry for the crinkles. I've got to stay on top of this or it's going to get lost with whatever flosses it needs. Okay, the next one I have, and there's not been a whole lot of progress on this, but I remember working on the lawn and a little bit on the house. This is Liberty's Welcome. I love this stitch. I have the Halloween one as well. What's that one called? Ghoultide, but I did not get much done on that, so not going to show that one. I'm doing the called for DMC here, I think. Might be using a silk on the house, but no. Yeah, the colors were not what I expected, but I'm doing it on this blue by Witchelt Twilight Mist, and it's 28. So this is going to be really big. My other one's on 36, my Ghoultide Welcome. But I had to restart it since I first ran out of room. Now I've got it though, where it goes. Oh, where's that piece of cardboard? This is it. Witchelt is a little window screeny, I say, but that's okay. I don't mind working on it. It's such a pretty fabric though. And I think that White House, that's what I started on, with that White House. I think that looks so good in the blue. And I love the border. So I put some good work on that last summer and just a little bit this year on the house. So I might pull that out, might not. I might skip straight to Ghoultide because I'm just gonna try to follow what I'm feeling, and I really love fall stitching the best, but I do love this one too. I wanna have them both done. So there's Liberty Welcome by Plum Street. And oh, this is a new start that got a lot of work. I wanted to have it done, but things got busy with Christmas. I started it at Thanksgiving. Be Ye Thankful by Pineberry Lane. I've always liked it. It's kind of an odd color scheme. If you see if you pull the called for threads, it's actually like a charcoal gray and lime green, which is interesting for leaves, right? Like charcoal acorns. I think I might have changed it. Yeah, I did. I was using, oh, and it's not in here. I have it in another bag. I was using a variegated floss, I think from Wicked Stepmother. Yeah, I didn't do the green and gray border. I did a traditional color of like, it's a variegated leaf, fall leaves, I think it's called. And then I'm doing the brown acorns. So they're supposed to be green and gray. Which would be fun and funky, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I made I did keep the white turkey. There's her skirt. Looks like I'm doing blue corn there on the skirt. I have it written down somewhere, but this isn't the full project. So here's the guy, and I'll probably put hair on her, and I need to finish the center, and then there is a pretty intense top grid there, and I will make that blue. I do love the blue. I just wanted it to be less lime greeny. That's a 37 count corn tassel by Legacy Linen. I think I bought that for a Christmas ornament or something. I didn't end up liking it, so, but it's really nice for fall stitching. Legacy's, it's nice. I like it. It's a little bit uneven though. It's not quite as even as Zweigart to me. Dahlia's right here behind me. And somebody is daring to walk by our house. Dalia, look at me. Stop. It's okay. She's getting all worked up. Okay, here is my cat bag. I wish I had gotten more of these. This was from Dollar Tree of all places. It's just a, like a school bag, but it's so cute. And this piece is not, one of them is not supposed to be a cat piece, but I'm adding a cat. But I didn't get any work on it, so I'm not going to show that one. I have the Miss Bingley's Library. I haven't done anything to it, but I'm going to add a cat instead of a bird. But I did start this one, and I've never shown it. Staying Warm by Lindy Stitches. The minute I saw it, I had to have it. I have a, I've shown it before, a Lori Mitchell little figurine with the cat on her head, and I think there's one around her neck. No, one around her neck or one on her head, and then a couple more. And this one is perfect for me because I have a tuxedo and a tortie. I think I made her shirt red also because I didn't love the black. It almost kind of, I know that's based on an original art piece that Lindy stitched that or sketched it, but I was doing it just a little bit different. And of course a little bit antique too. Oh my goodness, I don't have very much done on this. I thought I had more. I just started on her skirt. I thought I had all of her dress. I mean all of her turtleneck, but nope, not even close. I am doing it in red though, and I think I'm gonna do it blonde. My youngest daughter loves cats very much, and she's more blonde than me, so yeah, I don't have the colors in here. Oh, here's the hair color I found though. It was a silk. I don't know where I got this from. I think it's a dinky dye. So yeah, that'll be really nice for the hair. I think it's not what's called for, but yeah, that's gonna be fun. I think this is a scrap of ale. I know I did my Brenda Gervais on this piece, and it's a 28 count ale. So nice and dark, and that's not a very big piece. It's only 86 by 114. So I want to do that, and that would be a nice gift for Anna. But for a while, it's gonna live on my cat shelf. So there's that. I have this bag here. Oh yeah, this bag I got from Walmart. They used to have these canvas zip bags. I got quite a few. I use them for baby stuff, so they're pretty old. This Scary Berry I've shown before. I did put some work in it this year though. These are not the right flosses. Oh no, they are. There's just some extra things in there. But I did finish the moon. I don't think that had been done. And I fixed a mistake. Yeah, this one is farther along. I could definitely see getting this done. I wish she would show more of the berry. In her picture, you can see on the back, there's like a little flying witch, and then the moon has like a ring around it. So I started on the outer ring. I'm gonna fill the inner ring with probably whiskey. And I finished that green, but I know I had a really big mistake. So fixing that means this counting was a little tricky on the tree. This is 28 count, even weave from Hobby Lobby that I dyed myself. Probably with denim blue and some charcoal. But I love Erica Michaels berries. They're super fun. And they don't take that long. Sometimes they can be a little bit tricky with the counting. It's not super intuitive for me, if that makes sense. Oh, it looks like I'm in fall. So let me just keep going. And I just dropped a finish. This bag I made myself from this, I think it's a UK designer. And I made the bag kind of weird. I didn't have enough lining or iron on interfacing. I use like that thick fleece interfacing, and so it's kind of fluffy in the back, or it's kind of loose in the front, and I can fit a ton in this. It's kind of a happy mistake. So I have several things in here. This one I've never shown before by, is it Britta? It's kind of an interesting name. I had a wild hair to do these Brit kitties. That's what it is. Brit Cat Designs. I think Helen D has done some of these, and I like the fall cats. Again with the cats. And this one is pretty far along. I think she's such a talented graphic artist just to be able to make these stitches come together in such an interesting way. Like she really captures the movement of the cat, if that makes sense. You can kind of tell the difference between just like a blocky folk art shape and then an artist that has an idea how to capture movement. That's not as easy as you might think. Yeah, so I really like that one. There's like a cricket down here, or a grasshopper, yeah. And then the colors I had changed a little bit. I think it was supposed to be like that bottom pumpkin was yellow, and I'm using oranges instead. So that one's not too far off. I think I'll do that as probably a pillow or maybe a little stand-up. I haven't decided. But yeah, that's a fun one. And then I think there's more projects in here. I can't remember if I'd shown you Feast of Friendship. What was that? This one I have a lot done on, and I just can't seem to finish the silly thing. Yeah, that's all that's in here. That has so many flosses. This is a Victorian motto fabric. And I really like the color. It's kind of orangey. And then I've got all the house done. I know I filled in more windows. I think I took this to their tree I went to recently. I know I filled in more windows, and like you can see where they're unfinished, but these ones I filled in, and I finished the roof line, which is a pretty specific pattern, but I love it. And I'm doing the vase in this really strange floss. It's like a variegated hand dye that I got. Oh, and these flosses are not with it. They're probably in another bag, because I know there's a ton of them. If you've done this project, it's not that big, but it calls for like 20 flosses, all Gentle Arts, and I subbed a lot of different ones, but I know I used blue corn, which I love, and I used the pumpkin colors are right. Oh, they're in here. They're just in with the Brit Cat. Yeah, here's all. There's a big mess of them, and there's a lot of Victoria monos, but this is that hand-dyed one I used, Dyeing for Cross Stitch, a dyer I found on Facebook, and it's a strange color. It's like a blue and peach, and I'm not sure why I chose it for the vase, but I do like it. It's gonna make mine look a little different than everybody else's, but that's okay. And I do like stitching that one. I talked about this with my friend Christine once. I do like stitching that one in particular on a 28 or 32. It's called for 30, I think, with 2 strands. I think it looks better with 2 strands. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people do it on 40 with 1 would work, but I like it to be pretty bright. Oh, and here's some Halloween. I haven't started that one yet. Yeah, my fall was all together. Oh, here's one. This is an Etsy pattern. It went on sale for like $2. It's from, I think, Croatia or somewhere Eastern Europe. But it's just called Sampler Halloween, and it's Quakers. And I wanted to do it on this blue that I had been gifted. It's a picture of this plus. It's so pretty. I don't know what it's called. It looks like maybe Mirage, or it didn't have a name, but I've seen it before, I think. And I did do some more work on that witch, and I don't think I was all the way up. So that's the top. It's not super big. I want to do it as a drum, but I'm using charcoal by, is that Weeks Dye Works? Yeah. And then also 310. So sometimes it's faded out and sometimes it's darker. Oh, and I did put a little bit of, is it Merlin? Which is a really, really deep purple. Yeah, it doesn't even read as purple. But like on the, where did I put that? Oh, on the bird. I made that purple. Now you can't even tell on the camera, but you can tell in person. It's 1 strand over 2 on 36. And that's gonna be really pretty. That's gonna be a beautiful drum. Need to keep working on it. It's not that huge, like I said. I don't see the stitch count right off, but it's not huge. Sorry, I was trying to see if I could find the stitch count. 13 by 7, so 190 wide by 95 high. I think of everything in terms of Hawkhorn Hollow. So it's a Hawkhorn Hollow high and 2 Hawkhorn Hollows wide. So it's like doing 2 blocks, and it's not as dense as a Hawkhorn Hollow. So everything kind of gets put in perspective by that. It's like, it's not as hard as a Hawkhorn Hollow grid. I can do it. It's not that hard. And then I started this Jingles. No, I'm so sorry. I keep saying the wrong thing. I started this Tingles pattern. It was a gift from a friend. I know you've probably seen it before. I'm afraid my lighting is getting a little bit harder to see, but yeah, I did Halloween rules and loved it. It's just fun. And I know some people don't like Halloween, but to me it's so nostalgic and just really has a lot of fond memories with my family. We loved dressing up. My grandma would make my costume a lot of the time. So here's Haunted, and this is the called for. I would never probably splurge on that, but my friend gave me all of this. She didn't give me the flosses, but she gave me all of the patterns and the called for, I think it's Witchelt milk chocolate or Witchelt, yeah, milk chocolate, 28 count. So again, it's kind of window screeny, but definitely want to work on a couple blocks of this. Isn't that cute? I love the way it shows up on this fabric. That's going to be really fun. And I'm gonna, oh, let me show you. I've already showed you Jingles. So let me show you what I bought to put Jingles and Tingles on. I was so excited. I told you in my last video that I posted yesterday that I do, yeah, I didn't work on that one. I have one more finish to show you out there, but let me show you this one I'm thinking about. I got 2 of these from the Goodwill, and they are, someone hand put this 10 edging on here. This is hard to show. I might try to put a picture of it because it's I put it next to my other rules, my Halloween rules, and it's the same size. This may not actually show because it's going to be covered like about this deep, but I love this. It's for both of them. I have another one, and it's a little sharp, but I'm going to put it up on the wall. So Jingles and Tingles will both get put on these teal giant frames, and I think that was, let me look at the price, $4.79. Do you know what it would cost to frame a Lizzie Kate that big? So I was happy to find those. I even considered putting both of my Christmas pieces on there, but I don't think I will because it's going to stay teal. And both of the Jingles and Tingles have a lot of teal in them, and I don't want to repaint that. So yeah, they're going to match just like my Halloween rules and my Christmas rules match. Why does this keep falling? That's weird. It didn't do that yesterday. Oh, it looks like I'm close to being done. I had one. Sorry, I really just about fell over. I would edit that out, but that would be funny. I did have one more finish in this group of Halloween projects. And this one, oh, I wish I had the other pieces that I've finished because this is my 3rd. What's this called? This is Prairie Schooler Boo Moon? Yes, Boo Moon. They all have a moon on them. And I darkened it. It's kind of a safety orange in the pattern, but I made it like a tan, but it definitely has like a burnt orange color. So I did this one this year. I finished this cat, and there's a lady I follow on Instagram called Audrey Pettit. I think that's how you say her last name. I'll try to remember to link her below on Instagram. Her finishes are so cute, and she stitches a lot of the things that I love. So hang on just a second. Okay, had another family member come in. My youngest kids are swimming, and my second daughter, I think, is at work. I'm not sure where she went, but my husband just got home. It's our anniversary today. We celebrated last night, but it's our 29th wedding anniversary. So we got married in July, and I sometimes wish we hadn't because it's such a busy time. These are some starts that I showed you. I have one more little bag, like I said, I think. I was gonna start these Valentine starts in my video before yesterday, like February's, and I didn't. Instead, I started this little Cupid from Not Forgotten Farm, and I dyed this fabric myself. I showed it in my February video. Maybe it was March. No, it was February, I think, or late January. And I love the way it turned out. I think I'm gonna do him as a little stand-up. He's almost done. I don't know why I put him down. I think I just got busy. But I don't have his face other than the actual chart. This is a PDF, I think, from Lori and Not Forgotten Farm. I love all of these. I'll probably want to do all of them. And I think I'm gonna do them as stand-ups, maybe pillows. But I got the bee. I showed you that in my video I posted yesterday. And I want to do the Uncle Sam ones, and I haven't got them all yet though. So that was from my last video. Let's see, this doesn't fit. There's some spring things here. Yeah, that's all that's left, some spring. Okay, this was kind of a impulse buy, you could say. I missed this at market. I don't know how I missed it, but I was watching a Teresa Kogut floss tube that she had filmed, and she showed it, and I was like, wow, that is really cute. And I didn't realize it had a cat, which I love, and that it was a 4-part series. In fact, the summer one came out, and I'm gonna pick that one up too. I love it. It's charted on 40 count for this piece that you can get from, is it Paisley? And some cross stitch finisher sells that. And I actually have a arch that's got like a Gothic point on it, and it hasn't had anything on it in forever, and it would fit on here on 40 count. So this is the project I spoke of that I wasn't loving. And I don't know why. I don't like stitching on white. I'm always afraid I'm gonna get it dirty. And the 40 count is just kind of tricky. So I started at the bottom, and I did a really nice job on making this floss card. I copied the back of the chart with the colors, and then I glued it to a cardstock copy of that. So I really like doing this. I think she mentioned that most of the colors will repeat for the summer. So probably what I'll do is print off one for summer and just remove the colors that repeat. I don't know if I did get the classic Colorworks barn door because I like the variegation on that, and I think I'm using DMC on everything else. Yep, one Victoria month. But here's just the progress I have, and I want to do more. I kind of want to finish this one before I start the summer, because then I can redo all the threads and not have to have them all going at once. But it's slow going for me. I think I could go faster if it weren't 40. It's pretty though. I don't know how I missed that during the market time, but I did. It didn't catch my eye, and then I love the summer one. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's called A Time to Work. This one is A Time to Sew, and it has the seeds being cast out, and it's just really cute. And then I had, what else is in here? I have these in a box. I have like bins for each season. And so I pulled out my spring stuff because that was where I was doing a little more stitching. This is Tiny Town, Blooming Tiny Town. Yeah, a subscriber shared this with me. I love it. I love those colors. It's hard for me to like spring colors, but these are right up my alley. And I'm not using the exact called for, but I'm close. And it's on Ada. Yeah, some of these were given to me by my friend Trika, and someone told me, I showed it in a video once, that they were Owl Forest. They recognized the numbers there. And that one is really pretty. I think I had used it, I'd started it for this house. I love those different colors. So yeah, I'm just using some Victoria Mottos, and I keep it in this That's So Calico thing that my friend Judy gave me. Thank you, Judy. So it's kind of a to-go stitch because I like stitching on Ada on the go. It's much better for me than linen. I don't know why, but those tend to be my car stitches. So there's Tiny Town. I want to start the Blooming Town, not the Blooming Town, the one that has the sunflowers and the bees. Oh, and this one got a lot of work too. I've done all of these except one. This is the last one. These Country Cottage Needleworks Spring Seasonal Celebrations. Yeah, I picked this up in March or April. I'm not even sure I've shown it. My nail polish came off on that nail. Sorry. I'm changing the colors. I don't love the colors on this one. They're a little too bright for me, but I love the ones that I picked and how it's turning out. I don't remember. I think I just ran out of time because I made it pretty far. I got up the bottom half here. I'm ready to stitch the house. So yeah, I love that. All the little words, showers, butterflies, blooming, bird nest, bunnies. And yeah, I'm not using any that called for. A lot of those are Victoria Motto and some, I think that's a classic Colorworks. I was just working off a big vault, like a pom-pom of stitches. Oh, and here's one I finished that I haven't fully finished last spring. These are so quick. I've done all of them except for the Christmas. No, I did the Christmas. I've done all of them except the Halloween. So I have 5 of these strings. I keep them on, let me see if you can see it behind me. It's back there. I keep them on this long paddle that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I think I need to do another one for my Halloween and Christmas because they don't fit, but this is done. And it was just on a piece of Ada. I didn't love this one at first, but the more I look at it, I really did like it. It was fun. So there's spring string, and I'll put that on a little board next year. This one goes on, you can see there's summer right there. I'll try to put a picture of that at the beginning, but that one goes on the easel, and it's my 4th. So that makes the whole season. And I didn't, oh no, I did. I have these Cricut collection seasons. I bought them before I was really stitching very much, thinking, oh, they're so easy. And they're not difficult, but they take so much thread, they kind of irritate me. So I love the fabric I did though. It's not my usual style, but I used a hand dyed that I did in periwinkle blue this spring. I did the R in the cloud and I didn't finish it, but I got a lot of it done. Yeah, there's a little umbrella there. And they're so cute. They look like something I would doodle when I was little. But look at the number of flosses on this booger. It is just, it irritates me. It's like, why? Why? So I've eliminated some. In fact, I'll be like, I don't need another color. I'm going to use the same color. But that's more like an 80s style. I think Vicki Hastings was designing a lot in the 80s. And she's very talented. She's very good. That one may be my last piece. Yeah. Like I said, I have a few samplers that just haven't gotten enough work to show you. But I do want to get out my Adam and Eve samplers and my Christmas samplers. So I might show you those in my next video. Hopefully by the end of July or into August, I'll update you. I want to do some Christmas stitching. And thank you for coming back. Sorry I've been kind of MIA for the rest, or for the most of this year, but I have been stitching on some things, apparently more than I realized. And I hope to have some things to share with you soon. As I say at the end of all my videos, may the favor of the Lord our God be upon you and establish the work of our hands. I think I messed that up just a little bit. That's in the book of Psalm, chapter 90, verse 17. Take care.